Good morning, all. How are you? Welcome back to my channel, Mo Vibing. I'm Mo. I am sitting outside on this chilly, crisp, beautiful autumn morning. It's really, really nice. Like it's gorgeous. Can you hear the ducks? The sun is really bright, and for some freaking reason, like I have the worst luck with shades. Anywho, oh man, it's really, really nice. I was just thinking when I was walking up here, because you have to like walk like a little path, not necessarily a path, it's like a running trail to get back here. And I saw a bunny cross me, and I was like, oh man, it's like you don't think to see, certain animals. It's like it's starting to get cold. All the animals, like certain animals, they hibernate or do whatever they have to do to survive the upcoming winter and cold weather. And for some reason I got really nostalgic, and I really started thinking about spring. Oh, those ducks are going off, bro. It's a lot of them. They're flying off. Can you see them? Check it out. I hope you saw them. I don't know if you did. Anyways, they're really loud. But it really made me think of spring. I don't know why. I got really nostalgic, and I started thinking about Easter. I don't know why. It's weird. Probably because I saw a bunny cross me. I guess I love all the seasons. I love what each season brings. Like, I love what each season represents in a way to me personally. And one thing I thought about, it took me straight back to when I was younger, when I was a little girl, and I used to go to Easter Sunday church with my aunt. And she's a real Christian lady, like very religious, very Christian. And I remember staying over, and if you stayed over, like in most black families, I think if you stayed over, you had to go to church. You were going to church. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Check out these dogs. It's like they are enjoying themselves this morning. It's pretty amazing. And you had to go to church. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But I think what I miss is the comfort that I had back then, knowing that, my aunt took her time to get me dressed. She took her time doing my hair. She took her time dressing me and taking care of me. And I remember my cousin and I just getting really, really pretty for church. And I haven't been to church in years. I started watching it online as well. I haven't watched church in years as well either. And you never know exactly how much something has been embedded in you, and how much of a significant part it has played into your life until you're older, and you get those moments of nostalgia, and it just takes you right back there in that moment. I'm no longer very religious, nor am I I don't claim to be Christian anymore. It's not that I don't believe in Jesus or anything like that, because one thing I will say that I found on being on my spiritual journey and having a spiritual relationship and a personal relationship with God is that every human being does have gifts, whether you're tapping into them or not. Some people tap into them and don't even realize that they do, and if Jesus came here, or he was born, and he said that he was the Son of God, and he was able to do all these things, I'm not gonna knock it. Like, I don't knock anybody's religion. I don't knock what anybody believes. I believe that every single human being has the right to believe in what they choose to believe in. I'm not one to judge. It's really none of my business, unless we're going to be, a partnership or something. I think that's a serious conversation to have. And a lot of times I feel like even when you are living your life and you meet people, and let's say you want to date people or you want to make friends with people, you don't really think about the fact of how your spiritual beliefs or whatever religion they choose to believe in, you don't know how much that matters. And it really does, because it can definitely put a strain on your relationship when one person sees things one way and the other person is just outright not willing to even begin to understand or try to understand or try to believe. And I know one thing about Christians, and I'm not talking bad about Christians, but I know one thing about Christians is that they're a bit stubborn in their faith. They're a bit stubborn in what they believe in. I'm sure other religions are as well. I mean, it's just not Christians. It's just that Christians are the ones that I have always dealt with most of my life. So I'm only speaking from experience. So please don't knock me and try to make me out to be, one way. You know how society does nowadays. They try to switch shit and make you seem like such a bad person for no fucking reason at all. You can't have an opinion anymore. And one thing I can say about being spiritual and not partaking in certain things, well, how would I put that? One thing about being spiritual is that you are of a free spirit. Most people are. If you're in the light, if you are choosing to do the right thing, or you just have the right thing in you, you're free, and you're able to stand on what you believe in, and a lot of times that can't be shaken. And I have come to realize that it can't be shaken. Me personally, I found out a lot of things about myself on my spiritual journey. I did not know all of what I was capable of until I had an awakening. And once I did have that awakening, I realized something. Excuse me. Damn. What the fuck? I'm sorry. That was horrible. But somebody's trying to close my fucking throat chakra. Like, what the fuck? See, that's what I mean, man. People... I found out a lot about myself on my spiritual journey, because I'm going to say it anyway. I don't care how bad I sound coughing and shit like that. People want to try to take away what you're doing. I found myself and I found out that God was always in me. I didn't have to go looking for him. And that's one thing that led me away from Christianity, where they say, you know, you look for God and this and that, and, you know, God is everywhere. God is in everything. God is in you. You don't have to look for God because God is always around. He's here right now, you know. And people need to, I feel like if people understood that, then they wouldn't feel so much like they had this levy to pay or this tax to pay to get to him, or to, you know, I got to do this, or God is not going to do this, or I got to do this, or God is not going to be there, or whatever. But at the end of the day, you know, he's here. He's always here. You don't have to look. Just talk to him. Just say, hey, God, what's up? You know, he has his ways of answering. You just gotta tune into it, because it's not gonna sound the way you think it's gonna sound, and it's not gonna come the way you think it's gonna come. So, but the more you try, and the more you talk to him every day, the more you hear him, the louder he'll get, you know. But you have to put in the work as well. You can't just pay something or do a good deed and then think, you know, oh, God's going to answer me now. No, it doesn't work that way. At least I don't think it works that way. So your relationship with him is solely based upon how much you want it, because you have free will, and that's why he gave it to you. So don't ever think that he's not listening, he's not there. He's always there. Even when things seem very bleak, very chaotic, you just got to slow it down. Just slow it down. Slow your mind down. What works for me is getting into a quiet place. Get into a quiet place. Sit by yourself a little bit. And just breathe. Take a moment to try your best to clear your mind. I am by an airport. I don't know if you guys can see that plane, but anywho, I guess I get my day started now. I gotta go to the grocery store. And then probably go home and chill out for a bit. But thank you for being here. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you got something out of that. I don't think I ever finished my story because I got so choked up. But we worked it out. I kept going. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Remember to take a little bit of time out for you, even if it's 5 minutes. And as always, thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, Universe, whatever you choose to call it. Remember to say thank you. Always be grateful. Okay? Love you, and love and light.